Welcome to Buildawebs, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you all the basics behind WordPress. By the end of the video you'll be able to create your own WordPress website. Let's get into it. So one of the first things that you'll want to do is log in. We're currently logged in, so we're going to log out. So to log out, go up to the top right, hover over the icon and choose log out. It'll take you to this page. So then what you want to do is go to this here. So what you can do is just put login, site name / login, and then put your username or password in, and then hit login. Then in the site, and it takes you to the dashboard. Dashboard provides quick links to be able to go to different pages and posts and all sorts of different sections. Down the left hand side you'll see everything that you'll possibly need for inside of WordPress to be able to navigate and create what you want. So you could, for example, click on posts and it'll show you the post. So this post is created by WordPress by default, and then if you do the same on pages, these are here. In the video I'll cover this whole section, so please feel free to follow along all the way through the video and do exactly what I do. So if we go back to the dashboard and then we go to appearance and then themes, we're now going to install a theme directly in WordPress. What you find is the current active theme is here on the left hand side. It's always the one in the top left. A theme is basically the wallpaper of a website. It dictates the layout, the colour, the typography, and all sorts of other things that you're able to customize, which I'll show later in the video. So to add a new theme, you just click on add new, and it shows you all the popular themes, all the latest themes, all the favourites. So you can bring your favourite themes through from WordPress.org if you've marked them as favourites. You put your username in here and you click get favourites. There's also a search where you could, for example, say I want to see a blog, click apply filters, and it'll show you all the themes that are relevant to blog. So if you click back on popular, and then in the top right there's the ability to search. So we're going to search for the theme that we want. It's called Bloxy. Hover over it once you've found it and click install. And then click activate. And then if we open this up in a new tab, we view it, that's how it looks without content and different colours. It looks very basic, as you can see. So then if we go back, if, for example, we don't want this theme and we want to change to another theme, you just hover over the one that you want and choose activate, and you'll see that one now goes to being the current active theme. So then if we refresh the page, that's what another theme would look like. So then if we go back and say, for example, we wanted to delete a theme, you just click on the one that you want. You can't do it on the current active theme, so if you just click there, you should see a delete feature, but you can't because it's the active one. But if you click on another theme here, you can then choose delete and choose OK, and then it disappears. I'm now going to show you how you can upload a theme from another website outside of WordPress or WordPress.org. So if you head over to WordPress.org and then you go to themes, you can then search for Bloxy. And then if you hover over the theme, there's the option to download. And then if you head back into WordPress, and let's say you're in your dashboard, you can go to appearance on the left hand side and then themes again. Click on add new, or you can click add new theme there. And then choose upload theme. Then you click choose file. And I've already downloaded it before, but there it is. I'll choose that one, choose open, and then click install now. So it's successfully installed it, and then you can choose activate. So to add content for this video very quickly, we're going to use a starter website. So you can do that by installing this plugin here, which is called Activate Blocksy Companion. If you click on it, and you choose skip, and go to starter sites. And these are all the different sites that you could import, and then if you wanted, change and make it your own, but as a very good starting point. So you can preview it by clicking left, but we're just going to choose import on this one. So it's a web agency one. Choose next, choose install. Right, it's now successfully imported. You can click view site. And that's what it looks like. In terms of themes, if we go back on here, if you ever need to update a theme, you should get a notification up here. So currently there's 2 plugins that need updating, but it would be under its own section, which I'll show you in plugins, and it works the same for themes. So let's just head over to here. So actually we'll close this down, we'll close this one down, and then we'll click on this here. And as you can see, with all the content in, it looks a lot prettier compared to how the theme looked before. So now we're going to cover the WordPress Customiser. So you can get to this by either going to the website, and then providing you're logged in as an admin account, you can go to Customize. Or if we go back to the WordPress dashboard and go to Appearance and then Themes, you can then click on Customize here. And then it takes you in. The great thing about the WordPress Customiser is you can change it on screen, and you can also view it on different devices and see how it looks, and then make the changes, and it's all in front of you as you're making the changes. So there's the different settings that you can change on the left hand side. So there's different things under here, under general. On the header, in the Blocksy theme and also in other themes, you're able to rearrange how you want it to look. So say for example, you wanted to swap them around for some reason, you can do that. You can quickly take them off, and then you can drag ones onto there. These ones again, you could do that. Switch it round. And then you can click on the different sections, and you can choose how you want it styled and different colours and all sorts of things. And it works the same way on the footer, where you're able to rearrange things really. So just put that there, that there, move that there. We scroll down to the bottom of the website, better to see. So you could put 2 back, put 3 there, put 2 there. You see how you can quickly move things around and change it. And again, you can click into things, and you can choose how many columns that you want to be shown, and you can change the colours, all sorts of things. But I'm going to put a video together for this, so please feel free to subscribe to take a look at it in the future. And then you've got all sorts of things like the colours. So you could change the base text from like a grey colour to yellow. As you can see, it changes. Like you could go to black. I quite like that one. And then you can change all sorts of the different colours. can also change the typography. So if we go down and then we go to the blog page and then we click on blog posts. So currently you can see it's in a sort of grid sort of fashion, as it says there when you hover over it on the left hand side. But you can change it to simple, change it to classic. Basically have it look pretty much how you want. And then you can choose how many posts to display on the page. So say for example we go back to grid and we put it to 6. It'll only show 6 on screen, but if, for example, you put it up to 9, it would show 9. So that's that. You can also make changes to the cards. So these are the cards here. So if we click on card options, you could rearrange. So you could have the title at the top, so you just drag them, and the title up here there. I think it always looks better with the image at the top. But you can change it round, and then if you want to change some of the specifics, you just click the downwards arrow. So on the post there, you can choose what you want to display. So currently it's only got the category showing of agency and news, but for example you could put the author, and it just brings the person who's logged in. You can also put like the published date, you can make changes like that. You can do all sorts of other things, and you can change the colours like I'd shown before. So feel free to just have a go. Like I say, I'm going to put a video together in the future that covers it in more detail. But that's the blog post. So if we click into a blog post, and then if we got a single post on the left hand side, you can change how it looks on here. So currently it's at narrow width, but you could go for normal. Or you could change where there's a left sidebar. You could put where there's a right sidebar. As you can see there. And then again, you can change all sorts of things, whether you want it to show a featured image and just customize away, and then you can click the right arrow and it'll take you through. You can make changes. And then you've also got categories. So up the top there, if we click on the category, we click categories there. You can also make changes on here. So you can change how it looks. You can change it from grid to simple to classic. And again, you can choose how many posts, and then you can choose how the cards looked, rearrange them, customize them. It's one of those you just have a go and it just sinks in. So then if we go back to the main menu, you can do similar stuff on the pages. And if you scroll down again, you can change the site title. So say for example here, we wanted to call it Buildawebs, like this channel. And then you could call this WordPress Tutorials. You can choose an icon. So up there, the WordPress icon's the W there. So you could upload that. And then we've got menus. So currently there's a menu created here. This one here. So if we click into it, it'll take you to it. You can also create a new one from scratch, which I'll show you in a minute. So then if you click on this arrow here, it'll take you in. And if you don't like the order of this, you could, for example, drag blog to the bottom. And if I just zoom out a little bit, you'll see that blog appears there. You could put blog back. You can also create drop downs by just staggering it like that. So under blog, contact will appear as a drop down. And then you've got the locations underneath where you want it to show. So currently it's on the header and it shows on mobile. One thing, if you wanted to add more items, you can click there and you can always just X off ones that you don't want to appear. So say for example we took blog off, you can then choose to add it on again and then you can just X it off. Then if you click on the X there, if for example you want to completely delete the menu, you can click just delete menu here. If you want to create a new one, you can click create menu, call it main menu. You can choose where you want it to display, so we'll choose these two again and click next. And then you can add your items in. So just click on the plus as you go through and they appear. And then you can click on add items and it disappears. If you want to add more, so for example you could add a post in, you can just choose a post, that'll appear there. Don't really like how that looks, so you can just X off. And then like I said before, you can view it on mobile, see how it looks. There we go, that was tablet. And then you can publish as you go. So if you click publish, it's then live on your site. So I'm going to cover menus inside of WordPress as well, but that's just kind of that there. So I'll just flick back to there. We'll go back out. And then you can choose what you want to show on your home page. So if we click the home button up at the top, you can choose if you want to show a static page or your latest posts. So your latest post will just basically show what was on the blog page. If you click on a static page, you can choose what you want to show on the home page. So you can choose the contact page, for example. You can put the blog page. That home page and post page must be different. So choose the about page. And then we'll just put it back to the home. And then you can choose what you want on the blog page. If we click on the blog, you could choose the contact page, for example. But I tend to just leave that as blog and then just hit publish. And that's all we're going to cover in the customizer today. So then if you close that down, we're now going to look at installing plugins. So say for example you're in your dashboard, you go down to plugins on the right hand side and click on install plugins. And these are plugins that are already installed, as the name suggests, but what you can do is you can add more, and just like an app on a mobile phone, it extends the functionality. It does that for the website. So if you want to add a new plugin, click on add new, and we're going to add one directly in WordPress. So you can see the featured plugins, popular plugins, recommended, and then favorites. Just like on themes, you'd have added it as a favorite on WordPress.org, and then you can put your username in, it brings them through. Just click back on featured, and then we're going to search for Tidio. And this is a free live chat plugin, which I've also got a tutorial on. So you can click on install now once you've found it. It's just this one here. And then choose activate. And then what you can do with plugins is you can go, it might appear on the left hand side, some do, and you can go and customize it, but we're just going to go click on here and just see what it looks like. So get an option to chat, and then you can just say hi, for example, and then you can start messaging the people who look after the site. So then, say for example you didn't like the plugin, you wanted to get rid of it, you can go back into your dashboard, you can go to plugins, click on install plugins, and find the one that it was. So it was this one called Tidio Chat. So first of all, to get rid of it, you need to deactivate it, and then you can click on inactive, and all the ones that are inactive you can get rid of. So to do that, you just click on there, and then you can just choose delete. If you just want to choose an individual one, you just click on the one that you want and then choose delete. If you wanted to reactivate it, you just click on activate again, and it'll show as an active plugin. We're going to click delete, and you'll see that the inactive list goes from 5 to 4. So one thing you might want to do is update plugins. So you'll have probably seen since we started we had a 2 next to plugins, and there's a 2 up there. You can click on either of those, so you could go into here and go into the install plugins, and then all you need to do is click on update now, and you can do the same on this screen, where you basically select the plugins that you want and choose update plugins. So if we go back to here, we can choose to update them by just clicking update now, for example. Update now. And you can choose to automatically enable updates. I'll leave this off because I like to see what the effect is, give it a few days, see if anybody complains, if there's an issue with the plugin or theme, and then just do it myself. But you can just enable it automatically by just, for example, clicking that, and then you can always disable it by doing that. So finally, let's have a look how you can upload a plugin from WordPress.org or another website. So if we head over to here, just go back and then go to plugins, you can search for a plugin. So we'll search for Tidio, and then click on this one here, and then just choose download. Now it's downloaded, we can go back into WordPress, and say for example we're in the dashboard, we can go to plugins and then add new, then click on upload plugin, choose the file, and then click install now, and then choose activate the plugin, and the plugin's live on the site. Now we're going to look at media and uploading media into WordPress. So say for example we're in the dashboard, we can go to media on the left hand side, and we can click on library, and this will show all the media that you've got in WordPress, and you can filter it by, for example, images, audio, and then so on. And you can filter it by dates, and you can do all sorts of other things. But to add media, you just choose this option here, and then you click select files, and you choose the file that you want. So say for example we want to upload an image, you can just choose that, then it uploads and you can see the image there. You can also do multiple at a time, so I'm going to select a video, and then I'm going to select a PDF. Choose open. There's the PDF, and the video is just uploading. If you wanted to delete, for example, the image, you just click on it and you can click delete permanently and you can delete it. You can also use the bulk select where you choose different images, choose cancel, and that's a quick lesson on media. Now let's have a look at pages. So say for example we're in the dashboard and we go to pages, click on all pages. These are the pages of the website. If you want to create a new page, you just click add new. Just X this down, then give it a title. So we're going to call this resources. And then in WordPress, there's a page builder already built in called Gutenberg, which, for example, you can add different blocks in and you can do whatever you want. There's also other page builders available, but I'm just going to cover this in the video because it's already built in. And then you can click add block. And on here, you can click browse all and it appears on the left hand side here. And first of all, we're just going to add an image in. And then we're going to choose the image that we've already uploaded from the media library. Select files. And we're going to choose the image. Choose open. And then just choose select. And then if you click this option, you can align it in the center. And then again, we're going to add another one. This time we're just going to search for it here. And we're going to go video. Choose video. And choose media library. And just choose that. And click select. Again, we'll align that center. And then we're going to click the block again. Actually, this time, I'll show you this feature. So if you put / here, and you type file, or you could type whatever you wanted. You can then choose media library, and then choose the PDF. And there it is. So to save, click on Save Draft, and then what you can also do is preview it. So you could preview it in a new tab and just see what it looks like. So there's the image. There's the video, which you could watch. Then there's the PDF. So just close that one down. And then you can view it on tablet, you can view it on mobile, see what it'll look like on different devices. And then when you finish with it, you can choose publish. And you can choose to publish it immediately. When you click publish, it's live on the site. You can then click on that and you can just choose a date. So say for example we want to choose tomorrow and we wanted to do it at say 11:02. You could do that. Or you could choose 11:02 at night. And then you see at the top you get the option to schedule it. Click on schedule, and then if you click on the W in the top left, we'll see the resources page and we'll see it's scheduled. And then if you click on quick edit, you can see that it's scheduled. Say for example you wanted to change it back, you can do that. So you could change it back to being a draft. But yeah, you can see it's scheduled for January the 2nd, 2020 at 23:02. And then you can just choose, for example, to go back to draft. So if we went back to draft and we choose update, we can edit the page by going to pages and clicking edit. And if we could click on schedule at the top, and say if we wanted to just post it immediately, you can do that by clicking reset, and then up at the top you'll see you've got the option to just publish it. Then when you publish it, it's live on the site. So we'll just click publish, then we'll click the W to go back to the pages. If you want to delete a page, you can do that by, for example, clicking trash there, and it'll appear in the trash, and then you can just click to empty the trash, or you can click on the specific one you want to delete. But let's restore that, and it'll go to drafts, and then if we go to quick edit, and we go to status, and then let's publish it, and choose update, it's then in the published pages. So now let's have a look at menus inside of WordPress, and let's add the resources page into the menu. So you can do that by, say for example, you're in your WordPress dashboard, and then you're in appearance, you can go to menus. And this is the menu that we created in the WordPress Customiser before, but again, you can choose to delete it and choose OK. Just click dismiss there. So then, if you haven't got a menu already created, you can create one here. And it's just a bit like what we did in the Customiser. Give it a name, choose where you want to display it. So we'll choose the header and the mobile. Click create menu. And then you can add different things in. So say for example, you wanted to add pages in, just click view all. And you can choose what you want to add in. So we're adding the resources page in that we've just created. That's the quick way. If you didn't want to select them all, just click select all, click add to menu. And then say for example you wanted blog down at the bottom, you could do that. And as you can see, the resources page that we just created before is there. And you can give it a different name if you want. And when you're here, for example, you could say move one up. If you want to delete them, you just click there and then choose remove. And what you can do is bulk select it and then just choose the ones that you want, and you can remove them. And then to add them back in, click on there. Say for example you wanted to show custom links, so you wanted to put a link to a Facebook page, you can do that there. And then you could add different categories in. So say for example it was a blog and there was all sorts of different categories, you could show those on a menu. But then just click save menu, and then when we open that in another tab, you can see the resources page is there, which you can go to and have a look. But that's the main parts of menus. We're now going to have a look at posts. So say for example you're in your dashboard. On the side you'll see the option for posts, and click on all posts. These are the ones that have already been created. So to create a new post, click on add new, and you can also do that by hovering over posts and clicking add new. So if we click add new, let's call it new post. If you just want to put text in, you can do that. If you want to put a header in, you can choose the block, and you can choose heading, and then example heading. To add the images in the videos that we uploaded previously, you can click the plus there, and for example you can look for image and then choose it from the media library, choose the image, and there you go. To add another block like we did in the page, you can add, for example, video. So if you just search for video, you can do that, and choose media library, and then choose the video. Then to add another block, click the plus and search for file. Click on file, choose media library, and then just choose the PDF and click select. Say for example you just wanted to upload this straight into WordPress and you didn't want to do it through the media library. You can do that also. So if you click on the plus and you choose File, and this applies to images, videos, whatever you're going to upload. You could choose the file and then just click Upload, and actually just choose the file and just import it straight in. Choose Open, and there it is available. So next up, let's show you how you can add categories in. Categories help organize posts, which you can group them into similar posts and display them that way. So if you click on the cog in the top right here, and then you choose Post, you can add categories in that have already been created by just ticking them. But you can also add a new category in by just clicking Add New Category there. And then you could just put the category in. And click Add New Category. And then by default, it'll tick, but you could untick it. And you've also got tags. So for example, say this was about, this article, this blog post was about trees. You could use a tag there, which will help search engines find this. And then you just click the comma or press enter, and you can keep adding them in one after the other. Now I'll show you how you can add a featured image in. So if you click on the featured image here and then click on this box, you could choose, for example, the tree that we added before, and there it appears. Next up, let's show you how you save. You just click Save Draft here and it's saved. And then before you publish this page, you can click on Preview. You can preview it in a new tab and just see how it looks. If we go back, let's cover how you publish it. So if you click on Publish here, you can choose to just click Publish again and it'll publish immediately. Or you could choose a date in the future. I find this helpful because I can create the content and then post it in the future whenever I like. So for example, if we choose tomorrow, it'll say the 2nd of January, and then you could choose a time. So you could say 11:30 AM and it'll put the time in there, or you could choose PM. And then when you're ready, you just hit schedule, and then it's ready to post in the future and you don't have to do anything. If you just want to post it immediately, click reset and then just hit publish. If you want to only display it to certain people, so for example you want it to be private and admins and editors only see it, you can choose private, or you could password protect it and then you can provide that password to the people. So finally, hit publish and it's published, and then you can view the post, and that's what it looks like. To delete a post, you can head back into post by clicking the W and then go to posts and then all posts. And then if you wanted to delete, for example, this one, you can just click trash, click on trash again, and then you can click delete permanently. If you didn't mean to delete it, you can click restore and it will go as a draft. And then you can click quick edit, choose the status and put it back to publish and click update. As I showed before, there's categories and tags. So as you can see, here's the ones that we had before. So you could add another one in by just typing it in here. And then I always advise here to just put it in lowercase because it's better for search engines. And then you just click add new category. And as you can see, it appears there. And you can delete and edit by using this feature. And then the same with the tags. You can go tag 1, put this in lowercase and click add new tag. And then when you're in the posts, you can assign it to different posts. I'll now show you how you can add users in WordPress. So if you go into your WordPress dashboard, and then you go to users on the left hand side, and then you click add new. You could create a new user here, so I tend to use the email, so we'll just put this one in. Just enter this in here, and I'm just going to copy this, and then just fill out the rest of the details. So then if you click on generate password, it'll create a new password, and you can click it again, and I'm just going to copy this to log in, and you can choose the role that you want them to have. I'm just going to leave them as a subscriber, and then click add new user. And as you can see, there's the admin user that I'm currently using and logged in as, and then there's the one that we just created. If you want to change the password for a user, you can do it in a couple of ways. You can click on send password reset, and it sends a link out to the user. You'll just need to make sure on your site that you've got email configured. But if you want to change the password, choose edit and then scroll down, and then you can click on new password, change the password, provide the password to them, and there you go. So if that new user logs in, this is what it'll look for them. They can basically change some of the basic things, and that's all they can do. They don't have the same admin rights as you'd seen before. So now we're going to cover comments. So if you're in your WordPress dashboard and you go to comments, you'll see that this is a comment that's been created by WordPress. You can choose to unapprove it and it won't show on pages. You can choose to approve it. You can choose to reply comments from here. You could edit it, so if you click on quick edit, you can change it. So if you don't like something about the comment, you can do that. You can say it's spam, so on WordPress sometimes you might get spam comments that you can mark as spam and that it doesn't show on the screen. And then of course if you click trash you can delete it. So if we head back over to the user and we go on the site, we'll go on the blog page, we'll click on the new post that we just created, and we'll leave a comment. Click on post comment here, and then if we go back over and we refresh, see that the comment's there, which you can approve for others to see. You could reply and say hello, go back over, refresh, you'll see that the response is there. And then of course you can edit, spam, trash them all. So that's kind of the comments just quickly. I'll now cover the main settings in WordPress. So when you're in your dashboard, you can go down the left hand side and you can choose settings. So we'll cover the general ones first. So like I'd shown you in the WordPress Customiser, you can change the site title. So just change that there. You can put a tagline. You can choose the admin email address, so you can change that. You can choose what the default role will be. So by default in WordPress, when a new user is created, they'll be created as a subscriber, but there's all these different roles. And the further you go down the list, the more access they get. and then you can choose the site language. So say for example we put it in Dutch. You can go down to the bottom, choose Save Changes, and you'll see that the languages change. To put it back, just choose English again and then save the changes. If we scroll down, you can choose the time zone. So this is in UTC plus 0. But what you can do is you can just scroll up and choose the city that's in the same time zone that's closest to you. So I'm just going to choose London, and then again you can save. And then you can choose what date format you want it in. So you can feel free to choose one of those. And then the time format, pick all sorts of different ones. And you can even choose what day of the week starts on. Click Save Changes. And then you've got writing. So by default, it'll choose uncategorized, but you could say, for example, I want news as the default post category, and it'll always put that against the post, even if you don't assign a category. And then there's not really anything else that I want to cover on this page, but if I just choose Save, and then click on Reading. So as I showed before in the WordPress Customiser, you can choose to show your latest posts on the home page, or you can have a static home page, and then you can choose which page you want the post to appear on. So I've just got it selected as blog, but you can change it to all sorts of things. And then this option here, blog pages show at most 10 posts. You can change that round, and then feel free to explore the other options. Quick Save Changes. Discussion. So this is quite helpful for comments on posts, and you can, through some of these settings, you can turn comments on and off. So depending on how helpful you find it, this one's quite a good one. Users must be registered and logged in a comment. So that might stop some spam comments coming in. And then you can choose to be notified via email when somebody's posted a comment. The third one down under default post settings, allow people to submit comments on new posts. You can turn that off, and just as it sounds, they won't be able to submit them. You might not want it on some posts, but you can also, we'll just click Save at the bottom. You can also go into the comments, and you can choose which ones you don't want people to see. So you could just unapprove it and click Apply. Works in the same sort of way. So then if we go back into the settings and we go to media, you can choose the different sizes of what you want images to be. If we go to permalinks, on posts in particular, I find that this is better for search engines to be able to read. So if you choose post name there and click Save Changes, it's better for search engine optimization. And then finally, there's the privacy policy page. So yeah, if you haven't got one already, you can click Create here, and it'll create one which you can later customize. But if you choose Publish and then you go back, you can choose the page, and you can choose to use it as the privacy policy page, and that quick you've created a privacy policy page that you can customize and make your own and show on potentially one of the menus on a section of the website. So I've quickly gone through all the different options, and now you should be able to go on and build a site in WordPress. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe for future videos. I'm Jonathan from Buildawebs, and thank you for watching the video.